Apple just introduced 4 iPhone 12s. Are you trying to figure out which new iPhone to buy or upgrade to? My quick recommendation is the cheaper iPhone 12 for most people. Keep on watching to see why. Hi, this is David of Tech for Baba, a channel I share my experiences on how technology enhances my time with kids and family as a dad. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please consider subscribing. In today's video, I'll share a few simple criteria you can use to decide which iPhone 12 to get. As we go along, I'll also highlight what makes each model special and different from the others, and some major upgrades from previous iPhones like the iPhone 11 Pro Max I have here. Apple has made our decision less complicated this year since all the iPhone 12 models are similar in so many ways. They all have the same new or old flat edge design, same OLED display, just different sizes, all have 5G, same faster A14 Bionic processor, same Face ID support, improved IP68 water resistance, and the new MagSafe. By the way, 5G isn't really widely available yet. Only in parts of these US cities in dark red right now, for example on the Verizon coverage map. You may also want to check the coverage in your area. It will take some time for most of us to take full advantage of it. MagSafe, on the other hand, seems like an interesting new feature that's more immediate. I, for one, am looking forward to seeing what cool MagSafe accessories third parties come up with. As with the iPads, I think the quickest first criteria to parse down the various iPhone 12 models is the size you want your iPhone to be. By the way, I share my thoughts on which iPad to get these days in another video. I'll link it here and down below in the descriptions. Check it out and subscribe to this channel if my thought process in these tech buying decisions is helpful. I'd love to hear from you in the comments too. Okay, back to our iPhone decision. Think about how big you want your iPhone to be first. iPhone 12 comes in 3 different sizes. A very small iPhone 12 mini, a very large iPhone 12 Pro Max, and the 2 mid-sized ones, iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro. Most of us have been getting used to bigger and bigger phones these days, but every time I pick up this old iPhone 5S from years ago, I'm reminded how phones used to be much smaller and lighter. If you love those days when phones can easily fit into pockets, the new iPhone 12 mini is a modern phone with the latest features in a small package. Of course, the screen also needs to be smaller at 5.4 inches, but since all the iPhone 12 have very thin bezels, the iPhone mini is actually smaller but have a bigger screen than last year's compact iPhone SE. The iPhone SE only had a 4.7-inch screen. And even though it's mini, it still has the same latest design, color choices, storage sizes, Super Retina XDR display, 5G, A14 chip, cameras, and MagSafe as the iPhone 12. The only things you are giving up to have the smaller and lighter iPhone 12 mini are the display size and battery life, since the phone is physically smaller. Now, if you want your iPhone 12 to have the biggest screen, then iPhone 12 Pro Max is the one to consider. It has the largest ever iPhone screen at 6.7 inches. It's also packed with the best camera features only available on the Pro Max model. In addition to the bigger screen, iPhone 12 Pro Max's main wide camera has a 47% larger sensor, which should improve its low-light picture and video quality over all the other iPhone 12s. This wide camera sensor is also stabilized with sensor shift OIS, meaning the camera sensor can move around a little bit inside the phone to offset any unwanted shakes. This makes pictures sharper and videos smoother. The telephoto camera also zooms further on the Pro Max. It's 65mm instead of 52mm on the iPhone 12 Pro. It's a tad slower at f2.2 instead of f2. In any case, if you're looking for a phone with the biggest screen, iPhone 12 Pro Max is for you. It also has the best camera system out of all the iPhone 12s, and all the previous iPhones for that matter. If the mid-size phones are what you're looking for, it gets a bit complicated because there are 2 to choose from, the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 Pro. With so many features the same, even the size of the phones and the 6.1-inch screen, you can't tell them apart from the front. The biggest difference is again in the rear cameras. iPhone 12 Pro has more than iPhone 12. It adds a telephoto camera and a new LiDAR scanner. In addition to the augmented reality applications which are not quite mainstream yet, the LiDAR scanner allows for faster autofocus in low light and night portrait photos, which are nice additions. Another camera feature difference, not a big one, is the iPhone 12 Pro can record Dolby Vision HDR at up to 60 frames per second, while the iPhone 12 can only record up to 30 frames per second. To support these extra camera features, iPhone 12 Pro has 6GB of RAM instead of 4GB on the iPhone 12. These extra RAM can also be helpful for multitasking and very demanding apps, but most of us shouldn't notice much difference in day-to-day use. The display on the iPhone 12 Pro is a little bit brighter at 800 nits maximum typical brightness than the iPhone 12 at 625 nits. That should make it a little bit brighter under the sun. Color options are also different. iPhone 12 Pro has 4 calmer, more professional looking colors. They're the familiar silver, graphite, gold, and a new Pacific blue, which looks very nice. iPhone 12 colors are brighter. There are 5 of them: black, white, product red, and 2 new ones, green and blue. In addition to the different colors, the case material is different. iPhone 12 Pro has the shinier surgical grade stainless instead of iPhone 12's aerospace grade aluminum. The stainless material and the extra cameras do make the iPhone 12 Pro heavier at 6.66 ounces than the iPhone 12 at only 5.78 ounces. Also, the glass back on the iPhone 12 Pro is frosted, while the iPhone 12 glass back is glossy, which can show more fingerprints. But most of us will probably have protective cases that cover these beautiful glasses up anyway. There are also different storage options between the two. iPhone 12 Pro comes in 128, 256, or a large 512 gigabytes. iPhone 12 starts lower at 64 gigabytes, but tops out at 256. I think 128 gigabytes of storage is a comfortable sweet spot for storage these days, unless you're storing a lot of photos and videos locally on your phone. At the same 128 gigabytes, iPhone 12 is $150 less expensive than the iPhone 12 Pro. If you can live with only 64 gigabytes, iPhone 12 will cost even less. Overall, I think iPhone 12 is the best phone for most people who want a medium-sized phone, not the iPhone 12 Pro. We like the new green color iPhone 12 and pre-order one. I'll post a hands-on video when it comes in soon. Subscribe and turn on the bell to be notified. I'll put a link here and in the descriptions when it's out too. So, to summarize, to make the decision easy, decide on the size of the phone you want first. If you want the smallest and the lightest, go for the Mini. It's a great new option this year. If you want the largest with the best cameras, get the Pro Max. For a medium-sized phone, I'd highly recommend the iPhone 12. For $150 more, iPhone 12 Pro does have better materials and camera features. However, if camera is very important to you, I suggest considering the bigger iPhone 12 Pro Max instead, unless you really don't like your phone that big. Thanks for watching. If you find this video helpful, please also help me by smashing the like button and share. Are you upgrading your iPhone this year? If you are, I'd love to hear how you decided on which iPhone 12 to get. Let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see more videos on how technology can enhance our life with kids and family, please subscribe and turn on the bell. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, cherish each moment.